Hey guys, what's up? This is another commentary over gameplay, and you could call this match Disaster on Rooftop. Well, I don't want to just show good matches where we win. That's kind of defeating the purpose. In my commentary, I want to try to focus in on the strengths and weaknesses and identify what went wrong. Maybe, just maybe, unlikely, my commentary might help you to avoid making mistakes or, you know, the team in general. But we'll see. This didn't go very well. This was done in the early morning, and yeah, the matchmaking in the early morning is just a disaster. You can see at the end with the scoreboard. Didn't really work out very well. And what's interesting, I think, is the fundamental problem of bad snipers. This is a universal problem on big maps. Big maps are tempting to snipe on, and I can do everything in this game, but I can't really snipe. And that doesn't mean, compared to the guys I was playing with, I can, but that doesn't mean a whole lot. Sniping is a really difficult skill in this game compared to the other things, I think, overall. Not many people can do it well, and when they can't do it well, you're basically playing with, one, two, three fewer players than you normally would be, because, quite frankly, if you can't snipe, you're not helping the team very much, especially if you're cloaking. Especially if you're cloaking. But I think the other team just had a better idea of what they were doing overall. There was more device usage. We had too many recons, I think, possibly. That's another problem. I'm only now getting around to maximizing my SMG. I have 8 now, weapon proficiency, because they're just usually too many recons, and I try to be flexible and I switch classes. But I mean, this opens up an interesting angle to the discussion, and the idea that usually there are too many recons. When the Asphalt SV came out, I thought, it's a really good weapon, right? I mean, it's a very good weapon. Okay, this is going to be the new class everyone plays, right? Because it's the Asphalt SV, and it's got 884 fire rate and 43 damage, and it's insanely accurate, and da da da. I thought it'd be the new Type 95 SD, before the nerf. But oddly enough, I was shocked that no, you still get the same formula that you encounter in almost every game. You get too many recons, almost no assault, and some support. I have more MVP assaults just because, not because I was very good at it sometimes, because there's just, or rather, best assault, because there's no other assault on the team. But this is really interesting, and I've been trying to figure out what the cause of this is. I think with the recons, it's pretty clear. I mean, most new recons use cloak. They think it's cool, it makes you invisible even though you can see it, and it lets you, see the laser sights, and there are a lot of things you can do with it, and blah, blah, blah. I think that's why universally you'll see at the kernel level or below, mostly cloaking recons who have no idea what they're doing. And even if you do use scan, a lot of scanners are just terrible. I think it's safe to say I'm a pretty good scanner. I know when to scan. I do have sometimes have problems with device depletion, low energy, but I know when to scan for the team to give them the information they need when I have energy, device pushes, and so on and so forth. A lot of scanners will just scan for themselves briefly, just use it as a wall hack. And I think therein lies the problem, that Recon is a tempting class to play because you can cloak, you can quote unquote go invisible, or you can use a wall hack to let you know where the enemy is. And yeah, I benefit from that too if I use scan, but if it's not used for the team, the whole team needs the wall hack basically. And so I think it was Tekamin who said this, Professor Tekamin. You might know him, Tekamin in French. I consider him, in a sense, a kind of teacher. I learned a lot about recon playing with him. And he said, anyone can be pretty good at recon, but you have to be really good at recon. You really know what you're doing, and I think that's pretty accurate overall. knowing when to use scan, not using cloak, all important things, but it's a class that seems to come easy to people. Support, on the other hand, is somewhere in between. Support is kind of, and you got the most powerful weapons in the game. There's no doubt LMGs are just hands down the best weapons in the game, with the exception of maybe reload time and ready time. But I mean, the stopping power they have, the ammo capacity, the damage, in some cases the rate of fire, they're just really, really good weapons. So that's, of course, really tempting. And I know a lot of people that exclusively play specialist or support just for that reason. This is my assumption. They never told me this. Blackout is, despite the nerf, still one of the best, probably the best device in the game, at least in close quarters. It does a lot of work for you, gets you lots of points. And so it's kind of in between. The other thing about, I think that's important to note about LMGs is, generally speaking, they have very low recoil. Over time, I've gotten pretty good at controlling recoil. There's some people that I'm not a fan of recoil, but some people just hate it. And I've had people confess to me that they don't use assault because they don't want to deal with the recoil. Moving on to assault, that's the whole problem. Assault rifles are more difficult to control than LMGs are. And you don't have the wall hack or go invisible. You just have a lot of health, basically. And you have really good devices. The problem is most people don't know how to use the devices. And quite frankly, I'm at the point where I might not even be playing Assault in public matches anymore, because most Assault device pushes are useless without people. If you do a heat and nobody pushes with it forward, or kills the guys who are being heat suppressed, why would you use? And there's no point in using heat. And time and again, that's what I've seen. I heat the point. I'm heating in some cases 4 or 5, even 6 guys. Easy targets. They're being paralyzed by the heat, of course. And what does the team do? Nothing. They just stand there. Blitz is more, I think, workable for just doing it on your own. But even then, if you blitz 4 guys, you're not going to have the time to kill all of them. Maybe 2 maximum. That's happened to me. You need people to follow the blitz, and it's free kills. I don't understand why people don't want free kills, but whatever. So I think Assault overall, in many ways, has the steepest learning curve. Once you get good, though, you can be pretty good. And with the Asphalt SV, I mean, it's a really good class. Those of you who are fortunate enough and haven't sold your AK200, yeah, you're blessed as well. But this is just a fundamental problem in the game. And the more I see of it, the less it's going to change. I mean, even I suspect the next assault rifle that's going to be released is this Tier 10, I believe the AN94, and I've read stuff about it. It's really good, and it has this 2-bullet burst shot that has no recoil. But even so, I think overall it's not going to be a popular weapon compared to, say, whatever the next LMG is. And I think this is going to be a persistent problem throughout the life of this game. You're always going to have too few assault, too many recons, and people playing specialists just for the comfort of it. I got into this game playing specialist. It was my first qualification, and when I finally finished specialist qualifications, that was my first class. And I did it probably because, it was relatively easy to play and straightforward. And then I spent a lot of time trying to work on assault improving, and I think it improved my overall game. So there are also fringe benefits to, working on something like assault, because it'll transfer over to the other classes to some degree. But each class plays actually slightly differently. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Ideally, at least, in an ideal team setup, assault's going to be doing something different to recon and different to support, and vice versa. But yeah, this match, as you can see, was a disaster. So, I had a really nice nade there. By the way, let me just comment on the triple nade I got. I call that the suicide nade. I use it in a number of situations. When I know I'm about to get stomped, as in there's an Aegis coming in and I know there's no way I can survive, I throw a nade at myself. Oftentimes, more often than not, they're just going to walk up to you and shoot you, and you end up taking them out along. Of course, you're dead already. In that particular case with the nade, it was the same thing. I knew there were 3 guys coming, and I just figured I'll probably die, but I'll do the suicide nade and maybe take some of them out. And it was a bit lucky, but I think it was a good nade. Anyway, That's all I got to say for now. I do plan probably later today on releasing a short video on scopes and what you might need to do to optimize your scope feeling. Anyway, so I'll just leave it at that. Enjoy the rest of the video, and everyone take care. Bye-bye.
Losing Alpha. Losing Bravo. Warning. Heavy casualties.
This team.
Alpha lost. Bravo lost.
Wow, I just think they're so bad. I don't know how they're this bad. Alright, we can hold C. If no, we can't hold C. We can... Oh, very negative today, aren't I? Well, I got them to waste a blitz. That's good. Yeah, you're great backup, man. It's good to have you. But no one else. Fuck. We're gonna lose C, as I predicted. Oh, that lag, man. That's so bullshit. 2 and 5, top of the board, wow. I think matchmaking's a bit fucked at the moment. Come on, Melvin. Keep it going.
Securing Charlie.
And then, fuck, yeah, fuck everything, there's a cloak coming right.
Losing Charlie.
Wow, I should just play recon, because you never have good snipers when you need them, you never have good scan when you need them. They've got point. Okay, push her up, team. Not quite. They're all up there, up there. 3 up there.
Losing Charlie.
I got him, but I got myself. Metal Mind is up the top. Scan and recon. Come on, let's not lose point, guys. Great lag there.
Losing Charlie. Overtime. Securing Charlie.
Oh, how I hate this lag. It does give me an idea for a better way to pop shoot though.
Losing Charlie. Securing Charlie. Losing Charlie.
Doesn't matter. I got less points than you. I got less kills than you.